something, and I said it, who is your prophet? He will say, I do not know, because while in the world he did not believe with his heart. He only uttered the statements of belief on his tongue. I heard the people saying something, and I said it just to confirm to them. This is the hypocrite who says what the believers say, observes the prayer and fasts, but there is not Iman in his heart. He was only doing all that out of flattery and deception, so that he could stay with Muslims, but he had not believed in his heart. Even if he is eloquent, trying to acquire knowledge, memorizing texts and chains of transmission, he will stutter in his grave and will be unable to speak and will forget the right responses and say, I do not know, but I heard the people saying something which I do not really know or believe. And a caller will call out, my creature has lied. Give him an extension from the fire and open a door for him to the fire, so its heat and violent hot wind will come to him, and his grave will be constricted on him until his ribs will exchange positions, and we seek refuge with Allah, and his grave will become one of the pits of the fire, and he will say, O Lord, do not establish the hour, because he knows that when the hour becomes established, what comes after that is worse than what he is in. And the refuge is with Allah. This is pointed to by his saying, Allah will keep firm those who believe with the word that stands firm in this world and in the hereafter, and Allah will cause to go astray those who are polytheists and wrongdoers, and Allah does what he wills. Allah will keep firm those who believe and with the word that stands firm in this world, as they lived upon the firm word and true Iman in this world. Allah will keep them firm in the grave and at the questioning, and Allah will cause to go astray those who are polytheists and wrongdoers, and they will be unable to respond. The hadith regarding this are mutawatir, have been reported by a large number of people in every level of the chain of transmission, where from the Prophet, the people of the Sunnah and the Jama'ah are agreed upon it, and no one has rejected it amongst the Muslims except those who depend solely upon their intellects. And today the rationalists, who are the offspring of the Mutazilites, they are upon this position. This is what he will face in the grave on the first day of the hereafter. So if one is fortunate in the grave, what comes after it will be easier than it. But if he fails, what will happen after it will be worse. Thus, the first entrance to the hereafter is the grave. As is known, the aboids are three: this world, which is the abode of work, the barzakh, which is the grave, and the abode of waiting, the everlasting abode, which is the hereafter. And verily the hereafter, that is the home that will remain forever. So the people will remain there forever in the paradise of fire. Therefore the hereafter commences with death, and the first thing that happens therein is the punishment of the grave, or its delight. And as such, the grave is the interval between this world and the hereafter. It is the place of waiting. Thus it is called barzakh, since it is the interval between two things. Also, from belief in the last day is to believe that Allah will resurrect these bodies from their graves, and they will stand before the Lord of all that exist in a complete form as they were in the world. Complete, nothing will be missing from it. When Israfil blows the trumpet, that is the horn, the second time, the souls will fly out of the horn, and each soul will enter into its body. Then it will blow a second time, and behold, they will be standing looking on waiting. Thereafter they will be ordered to move to the plain of gathering. They will come out of the graves quickly, as racing to a goal, meaning quickly, and so no one will stay behind or miss. They will all move to the plain of gathering. They will resurrect from their graves and will be moved to the plain where they will be gathered and will stand on their feet from the first of creation to the last of them, in one place, barefooted, naked, and uncircumcised, not wearing any shoe, not wearing any clothes, not having been circumcised. So they will be gathered on the plain for a period of 50,000 years, standing on their feet, waiting for what will be done to them. As for the believer, he will not feel this difficulty. The one